What up? If you don't know, I'm Chris Miller, and if you watched my last video, you probably saw that I was very indecisive on whether to post my videos on Sundays or Mondays. And as you can see, I decided Mondays. So happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great start to your week. But we've got a lot to talk about, so let's jump right into it. And I want to first start by addressing the elephant in the room, Kanye West. Is the man lost or is it a stunt? Kanye West was seen this weekend wearing a mega hat with a Colin Kaepernick sweatshirt. Talk about both sides of the bar there. Truthfully, I think Kanye West is using all his rants and raves and all these things that he's doing as a stunt. I don't think he's honestly as lost as he's trying to portray, or whatever he's trying to portray, but I don't think he's as lost as it may seem. I feel as though he's trying to be relevant, and these are acts that he's taking in order to get his supporters to buy into what project he may have coming out soon. So truthfully, I did not watch anything that Kanye West had to say this weekend. I'm not going to be entertained by the ranting and raving and the gestures that he's doing anymore. Ever since the TMZ interview, I kind of got the feel that he's just doing it for publicity, to stay relevant, stay in the news, and frankly, I just don't care anymore. I'm getting tired of just entertaining the dumb stuff and talking about it. So stuff like that, I just feel it's just to and get you guys engaged, and that's just not something that entertains me anymore. But I figured I would talk about it because that is something that happened this weekend. But I'm going to move on from that. But I will stay within the family and take it back a week. But I'm going to take it to Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner said about a week ago that she had milk in her cereal for the first time. Again, is this a stunt or is this reality? I honestly see, or I feel as though either she's extremely privileged, which she is, or this is another stunt. They are in the same family. So hey, I wouldn't be surprised. Personally, I think it's just a stunt because she may be dropping maybe some new makeup or whatever fashionable trend she plans on setting out. But, it seems like their whole family does things just to be relevant. The only sane ones to me are Kourtney and Kendall. Those are the only ones that I respect. They are low-key, not high maintenance. They don't thrive to be your everyday topic, and I think that's pretty cool of them. But enough of the Kanye and Kardashian and Jenner saga. But we're going to keep things within the same week. So within that same week, Suge Knight, Death Row Zone, was finally set to begin his murder trial from 2015. They made him wait for 3 years in order to set him for trial. I mean, I understand that it takes a long time to set a trial date. But dad, 3 years later, they must got him on some punishment for, all the things that he's done throughout the years. Because that is an outrageous time to have a man wait for his trial date. At least he should at least get some time served for those 3 years. But hey, I guess if you can't do the time, don't do the crime, as they say. But in other news, talk about drama. Cardi B had to turn herself in today because of a fight that she had in a Queen strip club a few months ago. I heard that she was originally in the club because Migos were performing at the club, but she got into it with the girl because allegedly Offset slept with one of the workers that were in the club. I mean, dang, this girl just can't stay out the news for something. I think this is a testament to why Rihanna kind of invited Cardi B from her ball that she had. Don't take this in the wrong way. I'm a big supporter of Cardi B, but she has to move differently now. She's a millionaire. There's a time and a place for everything. She should have had somebody else handle that, and you know, you're just it's bad for business. So as Rihanna did by inviting her to her ball, I wonder if other companies and other businesses are going to take that same approach, in which they're scared to kind of, market with her because of all the negative publicity that she's carrying around. In a way, I think she is kind of messing up her bag, and I think that this is something that she has to elevate beyond. I understand where she's from. I know where she comes from. I know it's hard, but she got to get somebody else in her corner that can help her out. To keep it with Cardi, though, she does have some new music coming out featuring Meek Mill. Meek Mill is my man's. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a big supporter of Meek. His music has motivated me in numerous ways, as has Cardi B. So I feel like this record would be a dope record. But I got a question. Is this really something that, she's doing for the right reasons? Or is it something that she's doing to get at Nicki? Who knows? They are both underneath Atlantic Records, though. So, it could have just happened. But, with the recent fight that those two had, it's kind of hard to kind of think that. But I am looking forward to that record, though. After 6 long years, Lil Wayne drops the Carter 5 on his 36th birthday. It's been a long time waiting. After all the legal drama and all the troubles fighting, we finally get a 23-song album. It was an hour and 28 minutes long, and I'm just glad we finally got some Wayne to listen to. He came out with some other projects like mixtapes and everything like that, but as far as an album, this is the first one in 6 years, and it's hard to give a full take on a 23-song album. That's a lengthy album, but I felt like it was good for music because it lets you know that artists are starting to put more into their craft again. In my eyes, Chris Brown came out with Heartbreak on the Full Moon, which is 45 songs. Then you had Scorpion, which is a 2-part album. Travis Scott's album was lengthy, and let me not forget Nipsey Hussle. That was a tremendous album as well. That was a lengthy album. So it just lets you know that artists are putting more into their craft instead of these 7-song albums, which are great too, but they're just really short, and these 2-minute songs and everything like that. I thought the 23-song length was very good, but it's hard to, as I said, it's hard to give a full take on it. But I'm not afraid to say, when I first listened to the album, I wasn't that big of a fan on it. I wasn't pleased. And hear me out, this is why. Wayne is in my top 5, dead or alive. He's in my top 5 greatest rappers, dead or alive. Wayne is one of my favorite artists. Him and Jay-Z are my favorite artists to listen to. And when those people come out with a project, when those two come out with a project, I hold them to a higher standard than I would somebody else. Because of their history, because of the things that they've come out with, their legacy, it speaks volumes. I don't even have to go into depth about it. You know who they are. And so when I first listened to the album, I thought it was just okay. But, after 6 years, I was like, man, this is what he came out with in 6 years. But I was like, but man, I can't give a full, I can't really give my opinion on an album after listening to it once, and it's 23 songs. 23-song album, I feel as though you gotta listen to it pretty heavily, and it's gonna take you a couple of days before you can really give an in-depth, opinion on the album. So I listened to it again, and I listened to it a couple times, and I've come to the conclusion that, again, this is not a full conclusion, but a partial conclusion, that the album is a solid album. It's a good album. I wouldn't say it's one of his best projects, and I wouldn't even say it's album of the year, but it's a really good album. as I listen to it more, I become more of a fan of the album. I really liked how he put his mother in the piece, his daughter in it. The intros and outros, I thought they were really good. The songs that caught my attention were the first actual song, "Don't Cry" with XXX. It was an attention getter. It really grabbed my attention with that song. But I liked "Famous" with his daughter. I felt as though that was a good piece to put her on because, now she's 18, 19. She has a voice. She can speak her mind, speak her opinion, tell how she feels. And recently, a couple months ago, people were kind of bashing her for her parents supporting her or whatever, and she was able to have her own opinion on how things are going and how she felt about people criticizing her. So I thought this was a great album a great song rather, to put her on, and it was kind of not letting you know that she's famous, but it takes you through the life kind of what they go through in a way. I thought his song with Snoop Dogg was really good. The Dope Dudes was really good. I thought Hitters was a good song. But the songs that I liked the best, I did like Hitters a lot, but the songs that I liked the best though were Dedicated, Open Letter, and Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is my favorite song on the album. Dedicated, I thought was good. It tells you the history of Wayne. He lets you know how he's elevated in the rap game and the things that he's done or is doing. It was kind of like a affirmation of who he is. He had to kind of reiterate himself. It was kind of like a basketball player letting you know, I'm the greatest player in the game. And I kind of feel like that was what he did. He kind of lost some fans, so it's a record to kind of speak on, this is what I've done. I've done this, and that. You got to respect me. Kids that might not have grown up on Wayne is letting you know who Wayne is. So I thought that record was really good. Then you got Open Letter. I thought that was good because he expresses himself. Just growing up as a man, it's kind of looked upon that you're soft when you express yourself. That's you soft when you express yourself. So I thought that was good for him to be able to do. He lets you know what's going on, what he's been through in these last 6 years. So I thought that was kind of an insight on how he's been. But in a way, and this is similar to Biggie for me, I kind of felt as though he was kind of pre-writing his own death in a way, or he was preparing for death in a way. I also heard him question life as if he didn't know what his purpose is in life yet, or why he's still here. I thought those were kind of big impactful statements that he made in the song that earlier years Weezy wouldn't have revealed. So I thought that was different. And then also in the song was kind of it rose my antennas a little bit, because if you don't know, his daughter dates or dated, I don't know what their title is right now, but he was with Lunchi, YFN Lunchi. And in the song he says, and I'm going to change up the words a little bit just because I may have a minor watching or something like that. I know a couple kids that may watch this. So in the line he says, just got off the phone with my daughter, told her I won't hesitate to F a young dude up. To me, I wouldn't say anything like that unless there's some problems going on. So does that mean that, is that a shot at Lunchi? Is he letting Lunchi know, or is this just a message for anybody? But I wouldn't see it as a message for anybody if Regina is already in a relationship with somebody. So I kind of felt like that was a shot to me. But who knows? And then the best song hands down on the album is Mona Lisa. That song, Wayne doesn't really tell stories in his raps that much. So that song was a vivid story, like a perfectly painted picture of a story. I thought it was a dope song. It was really vicious of a song. It was relatable, and just the way he was able to relay the message through the song was far none the best song on the album, and probably one of his best songs in his later years of rapping. Then he put Kendrick on it. I thought Kendrick killed it, and it was definitely relatable. I do know some people that have been in situations like that, so it was really impactful. And then, man, it just lets you know that some people are hard to trust. That and that's a problem for me. I have really big trust issues. So when I heard that song, I was like, yo, this is it right here. This is the one. But that was a really good song. As I said, the best song on the album to me. But all in all, I thought the album was really good. I thought that song was the best. If you haven't heard the album yet, please check out Mona Lisa. I'm saying please, like I'm getting benefits from it. But you should check out Mona Lisa. I thought that was a really good song. Another thing that was kind of eye-opening was, he had his mother talk on the record at the beginning and the end, and some parts during the middle. But at the end, towards the end, she says that she had no idea, or she never asked him, was he playing with the gun? Was it really an accident or anything like that? But following the release of the album, Wayne admits that self-inflicted shot was a suicide attempt. I thought that was really surprising. A 12-year-old trying to commit suicide. A 12-year-old trying to commit suicide, he's probably seen some rough things in his life, or is going through something rough, some tough times. To be 12 to commit suicide, I was not thinking about suicide at the age of 12. So I thought that was really something fierce right there. But as I said, check out the album. Let me know how you felt about it. Mention me, comment on here. Let me know how you felt about the album. If you've already listened to it, if you haven't listened to it, check it out. Comment to me on anything that I might have talked about today, and I appreciate you for watching. If you don't already subscribe, please like this video. Tell a friend to watch my video. Subscribe, like, whatever. I thank you again for watching. I'm out.